All right, my friends, thank you for joining me again. You know I appreciate it. In this video, I'm still gonna show you guys a 10-pound bass being caught, but we're also gonna talk about 10-pound bass, and we're gonna talk about how much a 10-pound bass is actually worth. Thank you for joining me. Let's dive into this. So what I did for this video is I reached out to some local buddies of mine who make their living by pond management, meaning that they build private ponds, they stock private ponds, they manage private ponds, they manage everything from the bait fish to the trophy fish to the habitat, the structure, the pH levels of the water, everything. So I got in touch with those guys and I asked them point blank, if a client asks you for a 10-pound bass, how much are you gonna charge them to put that fish in their body of water? And the answer that I got back completely blew my mind. I got answers between $7,000 and $10,000, which is absolutely mind-boggling to me. 10-pound bass in perfect shape, perfect genetics could be worth $10,000 plus, which is absolutely crazy. Now the reason for that price being so incredibly high is number one, because the 10-pound bass is simply a very rare creature. It's not common that you see 10-pound bass, and everything has to be absolutely perfect for a fish to reach the 10-pound mark. Another reason is the genetics. Just like how they breed dogs, how they breed horses, how they breed huge deer or huge game animals, that is how they breed bass. It's the absolute best genetics of the best genetics that get bred into these fish that actually reach these 10, even 15, 17, 18 pound largemouth bass. Another thing is that it takes an insane amount of resources to grow a bass to reach 10 pounds. Meaning that if you had a pond with nothing in it and you put a fingerling bass in there, the amount of money that you could expect to pay in habitat and in fish structure and in bait fish like bluegill, tilapia, shad, all of the expenses that you would have to pay to get that fish to reach 10 pounds could be anywhere between $4,000 and $7,000. That's the information that I got from these guys that do it for a living. So just to grow a bass to be that big from scratch is at least $4,000, but more than likely up to $7,000, which is absolutely insane. Another interesting thing is that not all 10-pound bass are worth that much money, meaning that if you had a 10 or 11-year-old bass that was 10 pounds, it took its whole life to get that big, and it's probably on its way out, meaning that it's not going to reproduce that much, it's not going to be that much of a value add for your pond. However, there are 10-pound bass that are even 2.5 or 3.5 years old. And a fish like that is still young and could have potential to reach 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 pounds. And that goes back to the genetics. It takes superior genetics for a super young fish to reach 10 pounds. And obviously those fish are going to be worth way more than your average bass that just barely made it up to 10 pounds at the end of its life. You guys have seen me fish in a place called Camelot Bell, which is arguably one of the best bass lakes in the world because it has crazy genetics, and there can be a 10 or 11 pound bass in there that can be 2 or 3 years old. Now the interesting thing is if you ask the owner of that operation if you can keep a fish out of there, it's $100 to keep a 1 to 2 pound fish out of there. $100 for a 1 to 2 pound bass, simply because those fish have some incredible genetics and they have the potential to reach 14, 15, 16 pounds. Whereas if you're fishing a public pond, you catch a 2-pound bass in there, chances are that fish will probably not reach 10 to 15 pounds like they would at some place that has been genetically breeding these fish to grow to these insane sizes. Now, the last thing that I want to have happen from this video is you guys to think that you should keep the next 10-pound bass you catch so you can sell it. Please do not do that. It simply will not work. Here's why. Anytime a buyer is actually willing to spend $7,000 to $10,000 on a fish, they want to know exactly how old that fish is. They want to know exactly where it came from. They want to know if it's a Florida strain, a northern strain, or a cross between the two. They want to know everything about its genetics. They want to know a lot of information that we simply can't provide if we're just going and catching a 10-pound bass. Another thing is a 10-pound bass is a very, very rare and fragile critter, meaning that transporting it has to be absolutely perfect. The water temperature has to be perfect. The oxygenation has to be absolutely perfect. There's so many things that have to go right to keep a fish that big alive. And being so fragile, if you accidentally drop a 10-pound bass, you probably just killed it. Fish like that are incredibly fragile. Thank you guys for listening to me ramble on about this for a while now. I certainly appreciate it. And having those conversations with those guys who do this for a living, I learned a ton about it. I hope you guys learned something too. mind blown that a 10-pound bass is actually worth that much money. There's been 5 bass over 10 pounds caught on my channel, but there's one of those fish that I don't think got the recognition it deserves. I want to show you guys that footage. This was a while ago. I found this 10-pound bass. I called my buddy Shane because I knew he had not caught a 10-pound bass before, and we spent about an hour trying to catch it. Check out this footage. This is insane. And I'm going to leave a link below. I'm going to leave 5 links below to all the videos that I have of 10-pound bass being caught. Check those out. Thank you guys for watching. So this is going to be very, very difficult because that's the snaggiest rocks out there, okay? So you almost got to reel the jig up to 2 feet before the concrete, let it drop, he pops it, you set the hook. And then you cannot horse him because he will break you off on the ledge, right?
Okay, so walk me through this.
So you
cast out, bring it back.
Cast out as far as you want to. You know where he is, right? I don't. Oh, there he is. Okay, you see his tail?
Yep, I see him right
you
there.
see his huge tail.
Yep. That one right there?
He's facing to the left.
Yeah, he's facing to the left.
Yes, okay. So cast past him. Perfect. Right. Just reel it like you are, but don't let it hit them rocks until you get about 2 feet that way. Drop it, drop it. And if he pops it, set the hook. Wait until you see him to do anything. Get on this side of me. So when you hook him, keep it tight, but he's gonna want to push out and let him push out, right?
Okay.
It's set so he can push out, but then you got to pick a side, probably this one, and just go there. And once the fish gets out there, you can crank pretty hard and just pull her up, and I'll be there to grab her. Right there, right there, right there, right there. You see her? She's facing our direction.
Yep.
Perfect. All right, yeah, reel that in and just drop it right on her face.
Oh, she moved it. Did you see her? Did you see it move?
Oh.
Did you see it move?
She's still there. Let me check your line.
Oh, that one moved. That was a turtle.
She moved?
Did you see the line move?
No, I didn't. I didn't see anything happen. Try and drop it a little bit earlier, right? Because it's going to pendulum down just a tad. Right there.
Yeah, I think. Oh, did you see it again? Did you see it again?
She's huge.
Right at the edge.
Look at her tail.
I know.
Oh, I just got nailed, dude.
Got it.
Oh my gosh. Slow down, buddy, slow down. Slow down, slow down.
Oh my. Serious? Are you serious? Did you get that? Did you get that?
I don't know. I got it.
Oh. Are you kidding me, Ty? Are you kidding me, Ty?
You just got a double digit, dude.
Are you kidding
You
me?
just got a double digit bass. Dude, I fell.
Dude, that was epic, bro. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, dude.
This fish is humongous. Hold her up, Shane.
Stoke is so insane.
You did it, man.
Thank you so much, Ty.
Congrats.
I just know that.
Holy
There it is.
smokes.
New PB. Thanks to Ty Pig Patrol.
Get her out of here, man.
Let's go. Let's go. Look at her kick off. Look at her kick off. Look at her kick off, dude.
All right, guys, there you have it. Congrats to Shane on that incredible catch. I'm sure you could feel the adrenaline in the air. That was an awesome catch. I cannot watch that without feeling that adrenaline again. That was so cool. Thank you guys for watching. I talked more in this video than I probably have in any other video. And I guess that's kind of new for me. I'm way more comfortable fishing and showing you guys fish than actually having the camera pointed at me. But I'm getting there. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Help me get to where I'm going. Thank you guys.